Hi everyone, Caleb Rundell here, and this is your video for Acts chapter 25. Like chapter 24, this is going to be a short video because not too much happens here in 25, just like a lot didn't happen in 24. So here we go. At the end of 24, we read that a new Roman governor of Judea is set in place, and this new governor Festus, after a delay of 2 years, takes up Paul's case right away. Now, we read that there is another plot, the second one if you're keeping track, to ambush and kill Paul as they ask for him to be brought from Caesarea to Jerusalem. The new governor says, "No, I'm not doing that. Why don't you come with me to Caesarea?" And so they go. And then in front of the new governor Festus, the same old arguments play out just as they did in front of the old governor Felix, as they did before the Roman tribune Lysias, as they did before countless other people in Paul's story. Now, after that, something new gets added to this. In verses 10 and 11, Paul, as a Roman citizen, appeals to the emperor and to the sovereign of Rome as a judicial recourse in his ongoing plight. Now, here's the thing. Paul is most likely using this as a way to finally get to Rome, as he said was his intention, and as he feels is his calling. And he stated that before earlier in Acts along his journeys, that he needs to go see Rome. And so Paul is likely realizing that things maybe for him have gotten kind of stuck in Judea, that maybe he's done the work he needs to do, there's just too much opposition in Judea. And so he's like, you know what? I'm going to get somewhere else. I'm going to appeal to the emperor, and that gets me to Rome. And so that's what happens. Now, after that appeal is made, another King Herod shows up. Now, in the text, it says King Agrippa, or King Agrippa shows up, along with his sister Bernice. Now, it never says it in the text, but we know from other historical documents that Bernice is King Agrippa's sister. Now, you're going to say, wait a minute, I thought King Agrippa died back in Acts chapter 12. You are correct. This is King Herod Agrippa II. This is the fourth King Herod, if you're keeping track of them as they go by. First was Herod the Great. That's the Herod we meet in the Christmas story. Then there is Herod Antipas, Herod the Great's son, who we meet in Holy Week. Then here in Acts, we met Herod Agrippa I in Acts chapter 12, and now his son, Herod Agrippa II. And so here's the thing to remember about all the Herods, no matter which one you're encountering in the text. Like all the Herods, this one is not really a king. This is a puppet client controlled by Rome. They are not sovereign. They serve at the pleasure of Roman power and military might, and Rome can get rid of them if they so choose. They are mainly there to administer and handle domestic things where Rome does not directly want to handle such things. And that's super complicated, and it changes over time. That the area that this Herod Agrippa II is in charge over is different than Herod the Great back in the Christmas story. So it's super complicated, but not so important for the story here. Like the other Herods we've encountered, this Herod gets consulted on religious matters because the Roman authority, in this case, the new governor Festus, is like, hey, this is a religious thing. I super don't care. I got other things to do. That you, since you're the person who's supposed to be in charge of these religious people, I'm going to let you hear it and, tell me what's going on and what you think should happen. So, like the other Herods we meet, this Herod, Agrippa II, is just used as a consultation. Okay. Festus then retells the story to the king, and the chapter closes without any action or resolution, just a whole lot of talk and retelling the story to a new person that comes on the scene. So we continue wondering what's going to happen to Paul. This has been kind of drug out at this point. What's going to happen next? We'll see in chapter 26.